Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan, and we've got a special guest today.
I'm Ade.
Yep, and we have talked about having you on the podcast for a while now at work all the time.
Yeah.
So
At the place that we cannot say.
a place we cannot say.
Undisclosed location.
Undisclosed location to make it sound top secret. Anyway, so what movie are we watching this week?
We are watching Top 5, written and directed by Chris Rock. Chris Rock, I guess, quick synopsis about this movie. He says for his acting career, he never really felt like he had a movie that like kind of encapsulated his like stand-up, how he feels about his stand-up, how his stand-up like relates to his life. So in this movie, he's obviously playing a big name comedian who's at let's say a crossroads in his life. He's
So usually like a midlife crisis type of deal.
not necessarily a midlife crisis, but just like he's just kind of like going with the flow. He's in a relationship but he's really just in it to stay like popular and relevant. And he meets someone who like kind of puts things in perspective for him, and he decides to.
Oh, let's not give everything.
Yeah, he
away.
decides to.
He makes a decision in the movie.
He makes a decision that we actually don't see the true repercussions of, but it's a hilarious movie. It's got a lot of well-known comedians from SNL, Michael Shea. Leslie. What can't I think of her name?
Leslie Jones?
Leslie Jones, yes.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones, Keenan.
I know JB Smoove is in
JB
it.
Smooth, Kevin
I love
Hart.
JB Smoove.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Keenan Thompson is not in it. He's like the one Saturday Night SNL who's
He's just not in
in it. But Tracy Morgan, Jerry Seinfeld, Adam Sandler, Whoopi Goldberg, they have like little cameos.
Yeah, it's got
That's cool.
I believe it's produced by Jay-Z and Kanye West. I think.
I did hear about this.
Yeah.
I was doing a quick non-spoiler reviews of the movie just to
Yeah.
see what we were getting into, and I believe that was one of the lines that was said.
Because I believe Chris Rock, he knew he'd never get a studio to produce this, so he kind of he's like, I know a lot of famous people who got money. Let me let me chat
Crowdfunded
them
it.
up.
Yeah.
See if I can get them to finance parts of it, and
That's
yeah.
cool.
All right, well, let's get to this movie now.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We don't have
We don't have a go thing yet.
we don't have a go thing like we used to have, but you know what? Let's just go.
Okay, we are back.
We are back. Yes. So this movie had so many jokes.
Yeah.
So many running jokes with
It was a comedy.
I know, but I didn't expect it to be this funny. Honestly, I knew it was funny, but I didn't expect it to be this funny.
Yeah, kind of the subtlety of the jokes is though JB Smoove with the
The running joke.
the running joke with the
Oh, she's a little skinny for my taste.
He's a chubby chaser.
yeah. So Rosario Dawson was wrong. In fact, didn't have a Mexican lesbian handicap president.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Unfortunately, yeah.
that was a very interesting place to start the movie. I forgot that was even part of the
Yeah.
very beginning.
All these jokes
honestly.
go rapid fire. They just kind of
Yeah.
come and go. You know.
Yeah.
At first, I know I mentioned in the intro. I thought this was about a midlife crisis type of thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sort of at a crossroads, as you said, which
Yeah.
is a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Trying to choose between, the life he wants and the life the other people want for him.
Right.
And his fame goes
Yeah.
along with it.
Yeah.
It's just well executed, I'd say, as a comedy, especially.
Yeah.
I could see this in a more serious movie, but even adding that level of comedy to it just made it.
I think that
little
makes
better.
it like darker almost, because it's a comedy.
Yeah.
So it's you can be darker in the fact that I don't know, this movie comments a lot on the celebrity kind of culture.
Yeah.
And I had some good notes here. Sorry, just saw my first note about Jazzy D.
Oh my God.
Is Chris Rock commenting about himself in this movie when he says that he wants to make uplifting entertainment and how he's done with stand up? After seeing the movie in full, I think that's a little different now because he's commenting on the celebrity how celebrities are made and kind of like how he feels, because like I like this movie because they include like everywhere he goes, whenever he's on the street, he's like, hey, it's Hammy, you know.
Yeah.
So like they never let that go.
No.
Because that's probably like all like Daniel Radcliffe hears, or like
Yeah, what's up, Harry?
Yeah.
yeah, Chris Evans,
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. now. So that's probably what they all hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're just that character now.
Well, I believe I saw in like an interview when this movie came out. The whole Hammy thing was like his take on the zebra he plays in Madagascar, because like
Marty.
that's that's his like highest grossing movie he's done.
Real?
Yeah,
Really?
surprisingly, Madagascar. It's because it's a kids comedy, so
I guess that's
it's
fair.
general
Wider audience.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so like he's like, yeah, like that's like my. I know it's crazy to like, you know, adults, but like, yeah, like the kids are Marty, and like, you know, it's
They did do 3 of those movies.
yeah, they did 3 of them, and
I've only seen the first 2. I did not see the third.
I think I've seen like snippets of it. I never like sat
I haven't
down
even
and watched the whole
I
thing.
haven't even seen the first one. Like
Never
the
saw,
whole
the first
thing.
one's good. I like the first one.
I know that Ben Stiller plays a lion, right? Is Ben Stiller?
Yes, Ben.
Yeah.
And like he's they're in like a transport from one zoo to the other zoo, and then they get dropped off like actual on the island of Madagascar, and then yeah, it's
I like
Shit.
to move it.
oh god. I remember seeing that nonstop on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, no, I remember like the penguins of Madagascar.
Yeah,
was
that
big
too.
at the time.
To
Yeah.
all of our TikTokers, make that song blow up again.
No.
Just to make Danny mad.
No, it's like the fucking
I like to move it, move it. Make it some kind of TikTok dance to it, and you can
it's
thank
like
us for
it was like the G6 of like children's entertainment. It was everywhere, and I couldn't escape it for like an entire like 4 years.
like
Really?
G6.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God.
That song was everywhere for a
Yeah, right.
good portion of the time.
It's like how Baby Yoda is like, or Grogu is everywhere.
Yeah.
now. Like you
Yes.
can't like I
Yeah.
can't go into box lunch without seeing like all the only Star Wars content is Baby Yoda.
Yeah,
Or just any
dumb.
store in general. Like
Yeah,
He's-
but like specifically like
everywhere.
nerd stores.
Nerd stores, yeah.
Yeah.
Even FYE, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you
Did
good?
any of you guys catch the? He had a red hot chili pepper shirt on.
No.
Oh, he did.
I
Like
did-
the
like
boyfriend.
no, Chris Rock.
Oh,
did.
Chris.
I didn't
when,
catch that.
when he was in Houston, and then there,
what it
later there's a joke.
You showed the red hot chili pepper.
Yeah,
That's where we were. We were talking about Jazzy.
I think I saw this movie like 3 times in theaters. So like,
Oh my God.
So like after a point in time, I was like, all right, what am I missing? Because like I feel like even like you said, like how like they call like the like they'll be in the streets and people will be like Hammy, like sometimes like, you know, they do it in a comedic way.
Yeah.
Or like I loved how like JB Smooth would like literally be like catcalling all these big women left and right, and like one of them was like, I know you see me, like he's like he was like, that's you, and like, you know, when he's like he pops open the umbrella so like you don't
Yeah.
see, you know, what they're talking about, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like from jump, they like JB Smooth is like, yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this running gag of me being attracted to big women.
Well, he's in the car. He's
Yeah.
just like, she's a little skinny for
My
me.
taste.
And I just want one of his last lines is like, yeah, she a candle bitch. I'm just like, and I'm like, wow, Sep is a candle bitch. So if you're listening to this, Sep, you should see the collect. She's not gonna listen to this one, but you should see her collection of candles that she has out in the
I
living
think I
room.
saw
And,
something
yeah.
on
and
the-
Squishmallows.
And Squishmallows.
Yeah.
She be a candle bitch.
But back to Jazzy for a second.
Jazzy D.
Jazzy D, and you know, this is part of the untold truth about fame as well. Like, you got to be careful of even people that are quote unquote famous. Like, they'll take advantage of you in any way they can. Like, that's a whole thing. Like, he gives, oh yeah, I'll give you these 2 girls for the night or whatever, and then comes in like Old Faithful.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ. That was probably the funniest scene in the movie, honestly. That was one of the top 5 funniest scenes of the movie. I'll kill myself. So, yeah, but it's just a lot of commentary on that, and I find that intriguing, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
what if that happened to one of us? Like, if we got famous.
If we blew up, this podcast blew up. We're like,
This small time.
we meet a
podcast.
guy named Jazzy D at an airport in Houston. He's the motherfucking man. Don't be
He's the
mistaken
fucking
there.
man. He's the fucking man.
He's the motherfucking man.
I like the girl. She's like, "You're the motherfucking man, Jazzy."
He's like, but I love that. Like I feel like that probably is like, you know, bits and pieces of like his real life fame.
Could've
where, like
been,
people
yeah.
are probably like, like, you know, taking advantage of the fact that he's famous, used it to help either get him or, you know, them laid.
Yeah.
And I love it. They came back and like, yo, he promised us $1,000. And he was like, "Why would I pay you to fuck him?" like, that don't make sense.
It's
Well, I also like that bit because that speaks to like when he goes back to his old home and you know you find out it's his dad that asks for like money,
Right.
And he's just like, just take it all, you
Yeah.
know. So I figured like that must have been like I wonder if that actually happened to Chris Rock, but I know for a fact, didn't that happen to, like MC Hammer or something?
I think so.
Because like that's how he got famous. Because he was like a one-hit wonder at the time, right?
Yeah.
And then he hired like all his friends from the hood were like, "Hey, give us jobs." And he's like, "Okay, I guess I got to help do provide for my own, right?" And then like he ended up going he was bankrupt, right? He ended up going bankrupt after that.
Yeah, I think MC Hammer, definitely did
Yeah.
go bankrupt because like he would. Well, also he wasn't. He was too trusting with like his accountants and stuff, and like he wasn't keeping an eye on how much money was coming in versus how much money was coming out. But yeah, he was just like giving away money basically.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the script, I think Chris Rock had that freedom to do it because he wrote and directed this, and he didn't really have studio help with it. Like
No.
he funded it himself for the most part.
Yeah.
Just needed to find a distributor.
Yeah.
So I mean, pretty much he could have done anything he wanted with this movie,
Yeah.
and I
it
think
shows.
he did a good job. Like he can write a movie.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see too many of these movies anymore. Like you
No.
don't see like mid-budget movies, mid-budget comedies even.
Yeah.
Like what's the last one that like the only thing Adam Sandler's the only one who's like
Game
really
Night.
making them. What?
Oh yeah,
Game
game
Night.
night.
Game
was good.
Night was like the last.
Game Night
That was
yeah.
one of the last ones, probably.
Yeah, like you don't see like $25 million movies anymore. Like there's just either like really small independent movies like The Lighthouse
Yeah.
It's because Disney's taking over.
or a Disney or a big blockbuster Marvel movie. So it is. I mean, this is 2014. This is kind of like towards the end of or the beginning, the middle section of the I just picked a bunch of I'm all over the place.
You're all over the place, yeah.
It's like right in the middle of like when that issue started to come up. So yeah, I also like how this movie really dates itself in 2014.
Yeah.
I found my flip. Like she has like the flip camera. Like
Yeah.
I remember filming my very first short film on one of those. I had to rent it from the
God.
library.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yo, we got this like high quality professional camera.
Oh, Lord.
It's so cool. It's like cost like $100.
Yeah. You know, and you can't find those at all.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Thing
they
of the
also
past.
Angry Birds. Another
Yeah,
way to date
Angry
itself.
Birds.
But that was all over the place back. I don't even know if it was back then. Like it was like 2011, maybe
Yeah.
it blew up.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a little bit
2012.
earlier than that, yeah.
Because the Angry Birds movie was what 2018 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
So-
16, 17.
Yeah.
Something
that
like
once
that.
it's-
They made
yeah.
two of them, so I mean,
Oh god.
yeah, I don't know why that keeps going. It's
best-
just a cash cow at this point.
The best
Cash grab.
one. The best one was when she said like when she started talking about Google Glass.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that was definitely 2014.
Yeah.
Like it came and went.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh man.
so much.
I actually hear Apple's gonna. I heard that's what they're working on.
Oh, they're trying to do
They're
it.
trying to do like a better version of Google Glass.
They could
Like,
probably
great.
do
They
it
probably could.
if they call it the iPhone, like with like how they did in Futurama. And like,
Yeah.
it's like we've come full circle with just like satire.
Yeah. Well, actually, what's funny in that movie, like they have a fake Boo, like Tyler Perry movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, it really happened. I was just like, I remember when I saw it, I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, well, how did this happen? Because, like, it was just a joke.
Yeah.
It's a throwaway joke
Yeah.
gag in the movie. And then Tyler Perry actually made Boo.
He's like,
Was
no,
he-
I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
Was he calling Tyler Perry out on that?
I don't think so. I think it was just a joke. Like,
Oh, just like
Yeah,
it wouldn't
yeah.
be funny if
Making
you
fun
just
of
did
him.
a Boo
Yeah.
movie and just like
I dare you.
it's a good idea you got there.
it's like, Tyler Perry was like, I don't have any Halloween movies. Now I think about it.
I could do that. Oh fuck. Oh yeah. So I wrote like this pillow fight scene must have been like super awkward to film, and then this is before the thing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my next note is like, dude, what the fuck? Did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I always wonder like it must be like super awkward to film like sex scenes and stuff. Like
Yeah.
especially with Durs, when he was doing the with the Red Hot Chili Pepper scene.
Yeah.
Like dude, like that's like dedication right there. You got to be like committed
Yeah.
to the
Yep.
part or whatever.
Yeah, and well, to reference that, it's a hot sauce on a tampon going up the dude's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I saw it in theater, I was like, no.
No,
no.
you saw too much
Oh
out
my
in the
God.
theater.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, no, but so I took another friend who's like, he's a big like comedian fan. So I was like, oh, you're gonna love this movie. It's sprinkled with tons of comedians.
Yeah.
And like when that scene popped, it was like, oh my God. He's like, I couldn't stop laughing, but I couldn't stop looking away. It was hilarious.
There's like the thing is like that story's too like detailed and real or like good to not be to be fake, you know.
Some of this stuff has to have come from real life, honestly.
I definitely think
I
so.
wonder if Chris Rock cuts chili up his ass or something. I don't know.
Hey, I don't know.
Or heard a story. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Or somebody else.
Or had an ex who was like, yeah, I did this to, one of my exes.
It's Adam Sandler.
Oh, I did love the like the scene in the strip club where it's like Adam Sandler, Jerry Seinfeld, and Whoopi Goldberg like, yeah, don't cheat, don't get a mistress, just be a good person.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler's like, sign the prenup. He's like, you get a prenup? He's like, no.
I did not.
She stole my wallet. Where is it? I'm not wearing anything.
Well, dude,
Do I have to explain it?
that's like a two-part joke because like that joke where he's like she stole my wallet. That's from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Because like the where Jerry's dad is like at the dentist's office
Yeah.
and he starts screaming. It's like my wallet's gone. He starts screaming all over the place, like yelling
You know,
yelling
Jerry
at the dentist.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Jerry's dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Jerry's dad's
So
in the
it's Ben
dentist's
Stiller's
office.
dad in
Oh.
real life.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, let's bring this joke back.
It's clever.
Yeah.
I don't think any celebrity would be like as real as like Chris Rock's being in like in all the interviews. He's like, I want people to take me serious.
Yeah.
Like, and like people are laughing at him, so maybe that's the joke. But, so like there's always some sort of PR team behind him being like,
Yes.
okay, you can't exactly say that. You got to
Yeah.
be like, it's
Yeah,
like,
there's NDAs and everything. Like you have to watch what you say.
Which
And
I feel
going back to Fame, you gotta watch what you
They
say.
kind of showcased that with like Gabrielle Union's character and how like when he goes to like I guess check on the rings before the wedding.
Yes.
And he's like, why is there a third ring here? That's like a Super Bowl ring. He's like, I didn't pick that out. He's like, these are the rings I'm supposed to be giving to you. And he's like, yeah, the network thought they weren't camera friendly.
yeah. And like, she's saying the quiet part out loud. When she's like it's like you can't leave me. I need to like she's being like really honest, like I need
Yeah.
to ride your coattails
Right.
because like you need to choose me. And I'm like that's just like so Chris Rock is like really like he's writing this in a way that where it's just like it's not subtle but
Yeah.
like it's weird. It's like it's a weird type of like
Yeah.
silver lining.
And like
well written.
He's like
Yeah.
he's commenting on the whole like I guess it's like instant celebrity like not instant celebrity reality star fame like
yeah.
how like for him to
not
become
real.
famous he he tells jokes actors musicians athletes they all have some type of talent which is why people sort of praise them but now it's just I'm on TV.
Yeah, 15
And-
minutes of fame type of thing.
Yeah, and I'm on this popular show, so you guys should follow me and give me money, basically.
yeah.
And I do like that. I mean, she does kind of spoon feed us, and she's like, I don't have a talent. She's like, I'm finally famous. Don't ruin this for me. But it is interesting. That's where society has come.
I wonder like how true, like how many celebrities are just kind of dealing with that, like in real life. Like, I mean, I don't really know too many like celebrity couples, and especially with their, I mean, probably Kardashians. You know, that's like the go-to one where it's like they don't do anything, but like a few of them are geniuses at marketing. So I'll give them that.
Oh yeah.
Well, they have a team behind them. In other words.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're engineered superstars, but
Yes.
it's, you know,
But we're not gonna get into that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want to praise them too much because they don't do much.
We said we were going to praise them. Anyway, but going back to wanting to be serious or taken seriously. So Chris Rock in this movie kind of reminds me of, I guess in a way, Jordan Peele when he went from funny actor
yeah.
to, I mean, he wanted to be taken seriously as a director.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
boy,
didn't
did
really
he! Boy, he made that transition clean.
Yeah, he didn't really try to be public about it.
Yeah.
But he did it subtly and it worked. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Out, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, not so much Us, but
I like those.
it was alright.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But there's just, hey, if you got the talent to do that
Yeah.
and do it well,
Yeah, well,
for it.
he's especially the scene when he's talking to DMX, and we'll get to. He's like, I have so much more to offer, and I think that's like a lot of because a lot of actors are really good at singing, and like it's hard for them to break out. Like I remember like Bruce Willis tried to have a serious career. Johnny Depp tried to be a guitar player.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner tried to. Yeah, so
don't want to be pigeonholed in a role.
yeah, and that's why I think a lot of actors, it's very hard for actors to break out of being an actor, especially because there's typecasting anyway. But even like Jim Carrey, I think, is one of the only actors I think kind of made that transition a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's still kind of relying nowadays back on his old,
Comedy, yeah.
back in comedy. So, but you got Truman Show, you have Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yeah, but now he's doing Sonic, where he's just like, he's just like being
That might just be fun for him. It might
Yeah,
just be
True.
trying to. Yeah.
He's in like the twilight years of his career. I think he's done with a Renaissance or anything like that. But like Matthew McConaughey, he wasn't like a comedian or anything, but he was like,
He was stuck in like the rom-coms for
Yeah.
a good portion of his career.
yeah, and that he made that
Wolf of
transition.
Wall Street,
Now
yeah.
he's
Well,
a
and
serious actor. Like everyone thinks he's a serious
Dallas
actor.
Buyers Club. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, 2013 14 was his
Yeah.
year.
seriously.
But yeah, like, so I feel like that it's like,
But now he's have the Lincoln commercials. So all the Lincoln.
yeah, they're like, how do you know you're driving down the road?
That's what I think he's going to be known for
Maybe
now.
God's telling you
honestly.
to
That's
drive.
the problem. I think he's trying to get out of that now.
Yeah, well, that's just how he thought.
It's paying bills. I doubt,
Yeah, exactly.
I doubt he's really losing sleep over it.
I don't think so either. I don't think he has the money. I think he has the money to not lose sleep over it.
Yeah. Also, going back to this movie's really 2014. Some stuff didn't really age too well with the Bill Cosby bit.
Yeah.
He only made one passing remark, but it was noticeable. Where he's like, Bill Cosby's the best storyteller or something like that.
His
or-
generation, something
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
just
And
like-
it's like, ooh.
Yeah. Which, like, okay, I might give flack here. It's not a lie.
No.
He could be like, he's saying the truth where like he's good, but he just raped a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's not a good person.
Well, I mean, and to be fair, like he's talking about like as a comedian, like he's saying like for him growing up and for like just like before all the accusations, Bill Cosby was seen as like American's dad,
yeah.
and so like to a good portion of people out there, I'm sure Bill Cosby still is seen as like a great comedian, great storyteller, great. Well, maybe not a great person, but like
Yeah. An icon. An icon.
yeah, an
technically.
icon. Yeah, in the 80s and 90s, and as long as you don't go past there,
Yeah.
he's an icon.
Well, that's when he was doing all the shit, though.
Yeah, that is when he was prime. Drugging people and
Yeah, he's
crazy.
not a cool dude. But it's like if you needed to separate art from the artist, he would be
Right.
like the
Yes.
number one example.
100%. Because like growing up, I remember watching the Cosby Show Nick at Night, and like I loved the Cosby Show growing up.
Yeah.
But yeah, can't Can't
but-
look at it the same.
Yeah, because a lot of people can't separate it. We have to lump everyone together.
Yeah.
like it's the reason why we just the Harry Potter 20th anniversary thing just came out. J.K. Rowling's excluded because of her remarks
Right,
against
that's
trans people.
crazy.
So
she's in it.
she's
but
technically in it, but it's from 2019.
yeah, it's like from a studio tour or something.
Okay.
Where she talked about some of the stuff they did.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like from the Warner Brothers studio tour, I think in London or something.
So I wonder, you guys think they're gonna maybe shift away from her writing Fantastic Beasts?
I mean, I don't listen. I don't agree with her being kicked off of the set because they're saying one dumb thing or whatever she believes. But at least be even with it. So if Johnny Depp gets accused of abuse or whatever,
Yeah.
which has turned out to be false,
Yeah.
it still gets kicked off. Amber Heard can stay on in
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
That's some
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
That's some bullshit to me.
It is.
And it's fucked up. Hollywood's fucked up, and I think Chris Rock actually says a lot about it. Maybe more from like not from like the
It's subtle.
industry as a whole. It's really subtle.
very subtle.
Yeah, but he's talking like interpersonal connections with people, and then the fans kind of just don't get it. Especially with Hammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a weird loop we just did.
Yeah. Looping back to the movie, there was a pretty big twist in there where we found out Chelsea, it was indeed James Nielsen who, like, is the one making, like, all the accusations. Not accusations.
Well, no,
she's
like,
the one
she's
talking
been
shit
writing
about
bad
him.
reviews.
Yeah.
So-
about his career for like decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man,
Well,
decades.
And
A decade.
what was
maybe.
the point of that? Like,
Because,
I mean, because like, okay, so I get it. I get maybe she was trying to. It was a character she said she made up.
Yeah.
Is it so like so people can like have a justified person behind them for not liking a certain product?
No,
that he makes, or-
so it was just a pen name that she would write
yeah.
under. So
like,
yeah, but why would she say that?
she's paid to do it.
Just because she's paid to?
Well,
Or 'cause, like, it's not really
she-
explained.
She said she was a fan of his,
Yeah.
and so like she wanted to see.
Get the attention.
She wished he was more like maybe the comedian she saw back in her college days, and and she was like
Yeah.
he evolved into, like more of just like comedian just after the check.
yeah.
So like she was still a fan, but she wanted like the raw Andre Allen.
She wanted
back
like
to his
tough
roots.
love
Right,
kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, so then what that makes me think was like it sounded like there's three options for Andre Allen in this movie.
That's
so
Chris
like,
Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock. Yeah. So he can either go back to his roots and be a comedian.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he has so much more to offer. Throughout this movie, he's always saying like, "I want to do more stuff," so that can have him being a serious actor.
Yeah.
But I think the third one, he definitely doesn't want. Nobody wants him to do. Is be the hammy, like the franchise guy, just like the lower tier, lowbrow comedy that he's doing. So, I guess I'm a little confused. Like, where does he end up going at the end of the movie? You think?
So did you get the whole thing where
The
girls
Rock-
always leave something behind if they want to see you again? She left her shoe
Shoe,
behind
yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
So she wanted.
yeah,
so
yeah.
he
I missed
ended
it.
up
I'm
going
just
back to
like-
her, yeah.
Oh, so you didn't get that at all?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm just
No,
like,
yeah,
why is he
okay.
looking at his shoe? I'm like, does this have something to do with the Cinderella thing?
Nope.
Well, so I mean, it did have
I mean,
something
in
to
a
do.
way,
It had
'cause
something to do with
it's
the
two-
Cinderella
it's a
thing.
double.
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because yeah,
Well, yeah,
I
but
didn't
she was
think
like,
about
she's
that.
like, girls, she did what girls do when they want to see a guy again. They leave
It's
something.
like, okay.
like leave their jacket or something,
Yeah.
or I guess their shoe.
So I have a theory that JB Smooth might have saw her slip the shoe in the bag because like he's the one who tells them to check the gift
bag, yeah. See, I wasn't even gonna do a theory thing.
Yeah.
but you brought
Yeah,
it
we
in
brought-
here.
yeah.
I like that. Thank
Well,
you.
I've seen it 3 times, so I'm like,
Yeah, no, that's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense
Yeah.
too. That he's like,
So and the fact that he's like kind of gave him the co-sign, like, yeah, I like that chick. She was good for you, way better than Gabrielle Union's character.
yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah, I don't even know her name in the movie.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not important. It's not important.
She's a supporting.
She's the reality star.
yeah.
She's his fiance.
Yeah. Let's see.
Well, I love how so like Well, so we're led to believe that he kind of chooses
Sorry, Dawson.
Rosario Dawson, like hit what she wants for him, right? Am I supposed to? Is that where he goes? So like going back to comedy roots and,
then
stuff.
possibly with her too as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, most likely with her. Well, because like one, she made more sense. They both were recovering alcoholics. They're both okay. Well, they were at year 4, but now he's back at year 1.
Yeah.
She's at year
Yeah.
4.
Bonded by trauma type of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so my thing is though, I'm thinking like through the whole movie, he's saying that he has more to offer, and he's already proven himself to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And like Rosario Dawson wants him to go back to being a comedian. Are we led to believe that he's going to be just kind of pigeonholed there, or is he going to be growing into an
What I
actor?
think is he wants like more of like the intellectual type, like praise and entertainment. So I feel like that's why he was like doing the whole evolutionary movie and trying to force the conversation to be more
Like legitimate?
yeah. Not always just simple, silly, lowbrow humor like you said.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying like
yeah,
his
yeah.
like the comedy he was doing at the end was like the hammy stuff.
No.
I'm saying like, is he gonna keep going forward and being an actor, like a serious actor, like he says that he does the movie, or is he just lying to himself at the
It's
same
not
time?
specified, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a theory. Where do we think he goes?
Yeah,
Where do we think it's going to
it's
go?
open to interpretation.
This movie reminded me a lot of 8 Mile too, where it's like it's open
A
ended
little
like
bit,
that. Yeah.
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 Shit, I didn't even think about that. That's a good reference.
It's like, what are you gonna do now, Rabbit?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going back to work.
Yeah, I like to believe that. Yeah, he ends up with her and just gets back to his roots. I don't think he ends up doing the real stuff again, but I think he just stays happy because at least she'll at least keep him happy and challenge him to be a better person.
and,
type of thing.
and part of the reason he wanted to stay away from the comedy is because he said he never did it sober.
Yeah.
So if he can use her to be happy and do it clean, then he probably will lean back into doing more comedy stuff and maybe because like when Kevin Hart's playing his agent, he's saying it's hard to get you work. Like he's like if this wedding thing doesn't work out, you're gonna have to do Dancing with the Stars.
Nobody wants.
Yeah, and he's like Dancing with the Stars.
And Jojo C was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So
What about you, Danny? Where do you think it goes? I mean,
I think unless he was lying to himself, I really thought he like really believed in Uprise, and like I really thought like he like wanted like things like I have the chops, I have so much more to offer. In that when he's talking in the jail cell, because I don't know, it doesn't really compute to me why he would want to go back to something he's already been proven to be good at. I mean, he proved to himself now that he's sober, so it's like a different type of that.
yeah.
But I don't know. Like does he like legitimately want like an Oscar or something
he
like
seemed
that?
to have fun. I think he just wanted to get back to actually having fun than doing it for a paycheck.
Yeah, well, because like I also feel like it was more of a confidence thing. Like he doesn't know if like someone pays him to be funny now that he's been sober for 4 years.
He doesn't
Like,
remember who he was.
Yeah, he doesn't like have that muscle to sort of like flex to like just turn it on and off. Like what if he takes a funny role and he doesn't bring the funny? Then what? Like people are gonna say, oh, you fell off, this and that.
Yeah, I mean that happens a lot with a lot of comedians where they do say it's a muscle.
Yeah.
You have to flex it. Like I think that's why Dave Chappelle keeps going out to like just random clubs.
Yeah.
And like the Comedy Cellar, I mean I don't know too much about the comedy world or anything, but like I recognize Comedy Cellar, I recognize like the Improv. Like so those are like kind of like legendary like spots that were like big name. I mean, we saw the hallway where they're walking down, all the signed portraits of all the comedians there. So like they have to go to these small hole in the wall spots to just kind of flex that muscle. And like I know like as I listen to Joe Rogan, he always talks about yeah. He always talks about how he goes to the is the Comedy Store. He always goes
in
to
LA.
Yeah.
It might be Laugh Factory.
Yeah, Laugh Factory, yeah.
Laugh Factory, Comedy Store. I think that's it.
he says he always goes back there, and before he does like a special, he goes to all like the spots
Yeah.
and tries out jokes and molds it over, and like he's not. I mean, he's afraid of bombing, but he's cool with it if it happens.
Yeah.
And like so a lot of comedians just go through that, and like it's like so I can only imagine what it was like for Dave Chappelle to get back on that horse. When he took that hiatus for like 15 years.
Well, but so here's the thing. I believe he was still. No, yeah, I think it was like 10 years. I think like there was like a good stint where Dave Chappelle could show up places and just do like, work on material, do sets and this and that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's what's so cool because it's like you're never like a master, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
something that evolves over time, or it can be, getting a little sad here. Timeless, like Betty White. I mean, you got timeless humor there.
Yeah.
And that she's really a master of what she was. Like she's one of the very few that I think was a master of comedy that was timeless. Honestly,
I can't think of any like jokes that she's done, but I know she's funny.
well,
Yeah, I know.
but her comedy is more like acting It's like it's not
Yeah.
like stand up.
yeah,
Stand
it's not stand up.
Stand-up's different, a lot different. Yeah, I think. Well, actually, I think while they were doing Seinfeld, I'm not positive, so don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that it was Jerry Seinfeld's idea to be doing those bits at the beginning of each episode, so he could work on his own material and keep up his funny muscle.
Gotcha.
Right? That's just a
it
theory.
makes
there.
Yeah,
sense.
no, it does make sense.
Yeah, but I know Larry because I watch Curb Your Enthusiasm too, and Larry's
Yeah.
always mentioning that he's starting another show. He's like, oh, and we can also have this bit where he's doing comedy in the beginning. So it could be Larry David's idea. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I want to talk about DMX.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's a great cameo.
Oh man,
This comes out of left field.
he fucking got me. Where he's just like, smile, what? Smile, motherfucker.
He's trying to like legitimate singing and it's not working.
They're just like, I love how he like it's like the build up to him coming in. He's
Yeah.
just like, it's like, well, I heard this sound.
Yeah.
Man, he's so great.
I love the line that like he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I live in this motherfucker."
He's like, you got a minute? Yeah, I got a minute.
It's like, yeah, y'all both got a minute. Y'all in jail. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Oh man. I mean, well, another thing is, I like how this movie is called Top 5. It's something so. It's like a running joke, but it's not. It's not like a joke, but it's like
It's
It's like kind of like one of those like not quirky, but like like indie artists. They always like they title their songs like something stupid that's like as so innocuous, but it means something when they do that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like really cool to include that bit because they're just talking about who's your top 5.
yeah. In this movie, it's like your top 5 rappers, and you get a 6th man. Someone to sub in just in case.
Yeah.
And what I like about that concept is like you can honestly do that with any. You can do it with sports teams, do it
Yeah.
with movies. So I feel like just calling it top 5, like
Yeah, it is a
it's
nice thing.
touch.
Yeah.
But and also like I like that like everyone's top 5 spoke to like who they were, like
Yeah.
individually. Like
Yeah.
like no one had the same top 5. Like
Yeah. Was anyone mentioned twice? I think Biggie was mentioned like
I think
a couple times.
Biggie and Tupac might have been mentioned like
Yeah.
twice.
Which just cause.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, Rakim.
Yeah,
Rakim.
He was
yeah.
mentioned. Yeah, that's all I remember though.
So what we usually do is we rate the movie out of 100.
Out of
Just-
100?
It used to be blood alcohol content, and then like people were saying like, "Well, 95% blood alcohol, you'd be dead."
But yeah, so what do you give this movie?
I give it probably like 88
Okay.
out of 100. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like 85. I do a lot of stuff with like 85, 80, somewhere 80 to 85.
Yeah, you always say 85.
Because okay, it's always like they're always solid movies.
Yeah.
And like this is like one of the first solid movies that I've seen that was I'll go back and rewatch it like right now. It's
like a comedy,
Like comedy.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah, we should have had this in season 3 of Movie Drunks because that was
Yeah,
all
the-
comedies.
like season 3 was the comedy season. But yeah, like it's deeper than I thought it would be.
Yeah. It's deep but subtle at the same time.
Yeah.
And it has
well,
good
you also got-
commentary on like being famous.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So it's I don't know. It's a lot to think about, but also just sit back and enjoy the.
But it's also
Some of
fucking
the jokes.
fucking hilarious though, because like, there's like a montage. Like Durs from Workaholics, there's a montage of him literally getting his finger put up his butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
For like 5 minutes.
Knuckle up.
Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Like I never thought that would be a
Yeah,
thing.
it's like I
So-
could have gone my whole life without seeing that, but now I can't.
Yeah, you can't unsee it. You can't, especially like they zoom in on it. You just like,
Yeah, it's like okay.
yeah.
Yeah, what do you give it?
I'm gonna give it an 83.
Okay.
Just it's in the middle. I liked it just because all the things I just said. The fame, the commentary on the fame. Jeez, words. The comedy was top level.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rock's writing surprisingly good. Direction surprisingly good. Like it was just a good debut, kind of just like Jordan Peele did in Get Out. Like
Yeah.
they had more to offer and did a great job with it. So that's where I'm at.
So before we go,
Oh no.
I just want to know if you guys, your guys' opinion on this. What do you guys think about Spiral?
I didn't see it.
You haven't? Oh, damn it!
Ha,
Yeah.
get wrecked.
Damn it! All right, whatever. But it's
I want to see it, but I haven't seen it.
it's funny for like the first 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then it's just like it's. What's a nice word for train wreck? It's because it's not like a train wreck, but like they don't mix at all. They really don't. Like comedy and horror does like, at least his type of humor
Yeah.
with with horror, especially Jigsaw. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It just didn't mix.
But yeah, apparently it was his idea for like the plot, which was it wasn't like amazing. Like it wasn't an amazing
Passable?
idea. Yeah, it's like
Is it watchable or no? Not really.
I'll tell you this. It's like on the level of like Saw 6.
Okay.
So if you guys have seen Saw 6,
I've only seen like the first two.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've seen snippets of Saw. Like I haven't even seen all
man.
of Saw.
See, I'm a horror movie fan, so like I've
Yeah.
seen all of them, but it's like it's good.
Okay.
Okay, let's just leave it at that.
All right, this is good.
It's
That's
good.
good.
All right, but yeah, so we are Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with the handle @SeenItBeforeCast. I'm Dan.
I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram. Wait, you're not going to say your social media?
I'm not.
You did it on the last one.
Yeah, I do it, everyone. So yeah, and then my personal Instagram is @DanTheDonutMan1. Yeah, I'm Dan.
DM him dick pics, please.
Oh, please don't. I don't need that. I don't need that.
It'd be funny. I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter @Danny_Was, on my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was. I don't post there.
He doesn't post anything.
I'm getting back in the groove, maybe.
not.
No, I'm not. But yeah, pay attention to the socials, TikTok and Instagram, because we've
Yep.
narrowed it down to those two. Those are
Yeah,
the ones
we-
that we like using.
Yeah, Facebook,
I hate using
Facebook no longer exists. So for us,
Yeah.
but yeah, so keep an eye out for teasers on Thursdays or Fridays. We're not sure when we post them; it just depends on the week. We got a lot of good stuff coming up this season, as we've been mentioning every week. Yeah, keep an eye out for new movies that we want to watch in theaters. We got a special thing coming up at the end of the season. We're not going to mention just yet, and yeah,
Well, a day. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And,
Thanks for having me, guys. A lot of fun.
yeah.
Definitely down to do this
Oh,
again.
yeah, no, you're a good guest to
Okay.
have on.
Yeah.
I like this pick. I want to see what other tastes you got too for
Okay.
movies. So I want to see what we got. Maybe you'll join us on one of the upcoming movies that are in theaters. Possibly.
yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm
Oh,
down.
maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, but yeah, until next time, everyone. I was gonna say stay cool, but we don't do that anymore. So
Stay bald.
stay bold. Okay.